My name is Nicole Zacola, a literacy specialist at Vantage Learning. Today we're going to connect two things that are often discussed separately, the science of reading and the science of writing. The good news is this: if you already understand the science of reading, you already understand more about writing instruction than you might think. Writing isn't a mystery. It follows many of the same cognitive and instructional principles. One of the core ideas behind the science of reading is that reading is not a natural process. The brain doesn't automatically learn how to read, it must be taught. Writing works the same way. Students don't become strong writers simply by being exposed to text or by being asked to write more. Writing, like reading, requires explicit instruction grounded in how the brain processes language. In reading instruction, we focus heavily on language as the foundation. Students move from sounds to words to meaning. Writing is the reverse process. Students must encode meaning into language, and the most important unit of meaning in writing is the sentence. If students lack control over sentence structure, no amount of paragraph or essay instruction will fully compensate for that. One of the most impactful instructional strategies for writing is intentional sentence level instruction. Sentence combining helps students build complexity. Sentence expansion helps them add clarity and detail. Sentence imitation exposes them to strong syntax and structure. These routines don't need to be long. 5 minutes a day can dramatically improve students' writing fluency and control. Tools like My Access can support this work by allowing teachers to focus feedback on sentence clarity or language use rather than overwhelming students with feedback on every aspect of writing at once. Another major principle of the science of reading is cognitive load. We know working memory has limits. Writing places a heavy cognitive demand on students. They must generate ideas, organize them, construct sentences, spell and apply conventions simultaneously. When we ask students to do all of that at once, we often see shutdown, avoidance, or very surface level writing. To support developing writers, we need to intentionally reduce the cognitive load. That means designing writing instruction so students focus on one skill at a time. One draft might focus on ideas, another on organization, another on language or sentence clarity. Modeling your thinking aloud is especially powerful. When students see an adult struggle productively with writing, it normalizes the process. Platforms like My Access make this easier by allowing teachers to assign writing tasks aligned to a specific trait or focus, rather than treating every piece of writing as a fully polished final product. In reading instruction, we don't simply assign independent reading and then assess it. We guide practice, model strategies, and intervene intentionally. Writing requires the same instructional mindset. When writing is only assigned and graded, students don't learn how to improve, they just learn how to finish. Writing growth happens through guided practice, not through evaluation alone. Guided writing cycles mirror what we already do in effective reading instruction. We model first, then we write together, then students write independently, but with feedback and support. Shared writing, collaborative writing, and short, frequent writing opportunities build confidence and skill far more effectively than occasional long essays. Digital tools like My Access support this cycle by making it easier to provide timely feedback and allow students to revise frequently, which is where real learning happens. Another parallel between reading and writing instruction is the role of feedback. Research tells us that feedback is most effective when it is timely, specific, and actionable. In writing, this means focusing feedback on what the student is currently learning, not everything they could possibly improve. Effective writing feedback teaches students how to revise, not just what to fix. Strategies like one glow and one grow keep feedback manageable and meaningful. Trait aligned feedback helps students understand exactly what skill they're developing. Tools such as My Access can help make revision visible over time, allowing students and teachers to see growth as a process, not just a final score. The biggest takeaway is this: writing is not simply the output of reading. It is a parallel literacy process with its own instructional demands. The science of writing doesn't ask teachers to start over. It asks them to apply what they already know about explicit instruction, scaffolding, and feedback to writing. If you already believe in the science of reading, you are well positioned to strengthen your writing instruction. Start small. Focus on sentences. Reduce cognitive load. Use feedback as instruction. Whether through your own classroom routines or with supportive tools like My Access, the goal is the same: to help students become confident, capable writers through intentional teaching.